And Adam Jones will lead it off. Adam, the long ball last night that kicked off their big 3 home run inning, 6 runs, 5 hits, 3 homers in the 5th. Adam got it started with his 29th, a solo shot to lead off the inning. Goes after the fastball for a strike.
This is over at third. And the pitch. High pop up left side. Headley and Torreyes. Torreyes calls him off, and Torreyes makes the play, 1 away. Here's Hyun-Soo Kim. Swing and a miss. Too amped up in the first inning. Pitches were all over the place. Allowed just 1 run, but his command was off.
With a pitch, and the Blue Jays took exception to it.
Yeah, he hit Donaldson. He walked 2 batters.
When Chase Headley led off the top of the second, Jay Happ hit him with a pitch.
Fly ball, left field. Gardner puts it away, 2 down.
But he backed up Chase Headley and the rest of his teammates by hitting smoke.
Manny Machado takes the strike. Machado is such an outstanding player.
Gallardo had the big win, a run on 2 hits over 6 last night, the starter. Well, that's a big start for Severino. That didn't take long.
Gardner pops it up. Shallow left center. Jones comes along. Here's Aaron Hicks.
With Ellsbury getting the air.
So much was expected up in the case at all. He's actually hit better from the left side than from the right side. This time he does get a base hit from the right side and rips it down the left field line. Kim will cut it off a bobble, but Hicks would have had a double anyway. So a 1-out double for Aaron Hicks.
Yeah, Miley got the ball towards the middle of the play. Remember what we said about the right-handed?
That was 14. Done a nice job at second, and that's a position he transitioned to.
He's hit well in this ballpark this year.
Goes the other way, and it's lined to Scope. He catches it on the fly for the double play. I do not know why. That one's driven to right field. Austin on the run, into the corner, can't get there, and it bounces into the seats for a double. Another thing that might have to, a trap ball in the outfield could in fact be challenged. So that one is lined to center field. Hicks is there to make the play to retire Wieters. Bottom line is that once he thought that it could be overturned, he wanted to make sure they got the out. And there's a strike.
Last night, both of them hit pretty hard. And we mentioned last night, Tampa hit 197. But this year, he has broken his club record, which he's
2-1. Missed with that fastball, 3-1.
On the glove.
There's a strike. 3-2. Just missed. He's just missing at 98. Ribbies in last night's 8-1 Orioles win. Owen. First and second, 1 man out. Gonna be a tough play. Severino fires to first and gets Scope as the runners move up.
Every time I see a player.
2 men out. Yankees in at the corners. Pitches inside, 1-0. Strike, 2-1.
At Baltimore.
2-2.
And he won in relief on September.
And the pitch. Line drive, a base hit, right center field. That's going to score two, a two-run single for Bourne, and the Orioles take the lead.
He had made good pitches to.
Here's J.J. Hardy, and Hardy takes a strike. Oh, 0-2. One. Fly ball. Right center. Austin on the run. He makes the play. And the 55th anniversary of home run number 61. It's Billy Butler. Miley deals low, 1-0. That was some summer for Yankee fans, as Mantle and Maris both.
One thing Yankee fans nowadays might not be aware of: the Yankees as a team set the all-time record for home runs that year. They hit 240 as a team.
Record. And because Mickey Mantle hit behind him, he never got intentionally walked all year. Mickey slumped in September. He hit 231, 2 homers in 13 games from September 6th through the 17th. And then he played in only 4. Mantle later collapsed, and he had an abscess in his right hip. Been recommended to go to Dr. Jacobson by Mel Allen, the voice of the Yankees.
Do it.
I wouldn't either. 2-2.
Especially a Dr. Feelgood.
Mickey was happy for Roger, who ended up winning the MVP that year as well. Second time in a row. Now, speaking of home run number 6. Roger went through a lot that year. And that is his hair fell out. Nerves. People didn't want him to break the record because he wasn't Mantle, and it was a guy. And you can see from that video, the Yankees were pushing him out of the dugout to take the curtain call.
Because it was an expansion year. There were more games. The schedule went to 162. Now, Babe Ruth hit his 60 in 105. He would have to hit it. The 60 would break it in 154 games. That didn't happen. But it was interesting how he went about breaking the record. As Teixeira takes a pitch. He only hit 1 home run in April. But as the weather started to warm up, so did he. 9 in September and the 1 in October.
Not have a big crowd that day. You know, you look at the video, and it seems like it's a big crowd, but they're all sitting in right field, Kenny, as Teixeira's down low.
Finish off Teixeira there.
Chase Headley barely has time to get into the batter's box.
Gave Durante the money and then gave the ball back to Maris. Sal and his girlfriend at the time. Sal ended up spending 29 years as a school bus driver. And Sal and Rosemary had 3 with us. That is a pretty cool story.
Yeah, it is. I happened to be watching on TV that day. I was October 1st. That year, 61 was on a Sunday. So I was watching the football Giants. I think they were playing the Washington Redskins, if I'm not mistaken.
2-2. Now a little sidebar. Durante went to the Seattle World top of the Space Needle.
No.
Then it was changed to a Ferris wheel for Sal's safety as Headley goes down on strikes, and there it is, a picture of the Bronx. Adam Jones takes low. One and one.
.421.
And we know that it had to be in D.C. because if it was a home game, there would have been a lot of people running into each other on the field. Here's Kim. Upstairs.
4 Super Bowls. Kim had signed, Michael had mentioned years in the Korean Baseball League, playing for the Doosan Bears. In 2008, won a gold medal.
Two. I think they got a piece of Romine. Chopped to Severino, and he coolly flips it to Shera to the WBC. And you can't blame it on the WBC. Could happen anywhere, but that's where it happened.
Did it swinging a weighted bat.
Yep. Driven to right field. Going back Austin. Track. Wall. See ya. A home run for Machado. Breaking an 0 for. So 1-0 to Trumbo, and there's a strike. So 1-0 to Trumbo, and there's a strike.
3 rows back.
Boy, that wall seemed like it took him by surprise.
He hasn't played much in the outfield. That's only his second start in right field.
I mean, he hit into that wall. 1-2. Off the glove of Severino. That slows it down. And that makes it a base hit.
What he's all about. He has one here. Low roller down the line.
One and one on Wieters. Base hit, right field. Austin Fields, he'll flip the ball in. So all with 2 outs here, the home run and a couple. Pitch outside to Davis. And Richard Blyer gets up. Oh! 50 or 60, that's about the limit that they've set. Remember last time, 2-1, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Davis down on strikes. But the Orioles get a run. Tweet us your responses using hashtag YankeesRav4Hybrid. Keep the conversation going. Austin Romine. Miley struck out the side in the 7th. 0-2.
Catching behind the plate tonight. Or today.
It'll be tonight soon.
Yeah.
That's in the camera well.
You know, when I looked at that number, I hadn't realized he had started that many games behind the plate, but he's done a very good job.
And he probably would have caught more as he goes down on strikes. 4 strikeouts in a row for Mike.
Tied his career high in strikeouts with 11 last time out. Did that against the team.
And the 0-2. 1-2. Fouled away. Fly ball, right field, Bourne into the corner, and he'll make the play. Fair ball. And here's Ronald Cherayes, inside 1-0. 4 hits in his last 21 at bats, hitting .250. Now the average goes up as he lines a single to left field. Big turn at first. He'll head back as Kim gets the ball in quickly.
Team. Record stood, I believe, until the Mariners broke it. But
the 0-2. That one gets away from Wieters all the way to the backstop as Torreyes goes to second. And the Yankees have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that's going to be a wild pitch. Yeah, this one's going to hit just beyond home plate off the glove of Wieters. And you can see Brett Gardner saying, move up 90 feet. From the windup, he's ready to go.
Grounded to first. Davis beats Gardner to the bag. 2-0. Fouled away. You know, we've been talking about Rod. He has 141 runs batted in. Now, for so many years after 1961 and 42, and there's Kevin Maris, who threw out the first pitch today. Ground ball is short. Torreyes makes the play. Well, the Elias Sport, it's 141. Now, the reason that this is a significant story, back in 1961, Gentile.
Good player.
Really good player, and he had a clause in his contract that said that if he led the American League in run bonus, which was a lot of money in 1961. Well, unfortunately for Jim, he had one figured out that it was 141 all those many years later. The Baltimore Orioles, they brought Jim Gentile and his family back to Baltimore, and they presented him with the $5,000 check that was open.
And Gentile hit quite a few grand slams that year. That was an expansion year, getting home runs that year.
%5.
Gotcha. Okay.
So 5,000 in 1961. Fly ball to center. Hicks makes the play to retire Hardy. Runner goes. Pitch foul back. O's don't have much speed. Michael Bourne's one of the guys with speed as a starter. High fly ball. Left center. Run down by Gardner, and that'll do it. From below. Tommy John surgery. Conor Lee. Carpal tunnel syndrome. Amazing. There's Audi scoreboard. Orioles with 5 hits. Yankees with 2. And Hicks down on strikes. 4-6 double play. Dylan Culberth at second. Said that Scope caught it on the line. Hicks was on second. But that is not a reviewable play. Now the umpire
has had a good year against Baltimore. 10 runs batted in against the Orioles.
And another strikeout for Wade Meyer. Billy Butler. High fly ball right field. Bourne puts it away, and the Yankees victory that they've been to the playoffs in back-to-back years. So either the Giants or the Cardinals go up against the Cubs, who have the best record in the National League, best record in baseball. Fly ball, left field. Gardner's there to retire Kim.
Yeah, by the way, that
important for players to get that big round number in the RBI column.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Didn't you tell me you finished with 99 one year? 1-0. check swing, 1-1.
And a couple of things happened that year. We got rained out the last.
So he had no excuse.
No,
you
he
did.
Yeah. Well, and then it rained the next day. I was thinking, well, I'll get it. Like I've told you before, 100's easy. 99 is tough to do.
Tough.
Andres Galarraga, 399.
Fly ball, shallow right. Coming on is Austin. Hard fought series between these two teams. You and Lee May, 2007 Mariners, Beltre and Jose Guillen.
You know what? They probably all got rained out on the last day.
You ever talk to Zimmer about that when he was here?
Yeah.
Did you have a bonus for her?
Were there 2 outs? No, I'm going to save this.
2 outs and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's not good.
Too bad Pineda's not on the mound. Fly ball, left center. That is going to be caught. No, he did not. Looked like he caught it. His back was to us, but it hit the grass. So a nice effort by Ronald Torres. And Trumbo, 1% of the runs that he gave up this year were with 2 outs.
That's going to be some sort of record.
By the Yankee team. There's got to be a way to solve it. Because you can't tell. Nice block there by Romine, keeping Trumbo at first. 3-0, top of the 5th. Holder deals a 2-1. 2-2.
Well, I could have got that story in.
Grounded foul. You could have told the story of life.
Yeah, you know, I could have do with bonuses at the end of the year. I think we've already mentioned that, though.
3-2 still. Driven deep to right field. Going back is Austin. On the track at the wall. He makes the play for the final out.
Years later. And we were talking about the year it drove in 99 runs, which was 1977. On the Orioles, who were due bonuses if in the eyes of the general manager you had a good enough year to get the money at the end of the year. Second in the Cy Young. Mike Flanagan went 15-10. And I was on base 44% of the time. We didn't deserve the bonuses at the end of the year. We didn't play well enough.
Line drive, a base hit for Teixeira.
So, needless to say, we all filed grievances. And Marvin Miller.
Well, I mean, you put that kind of 2-0, 2-1.
Getting on base 44% of the time is still the team record.
Yeah. And Headley walks. So the Yankees have runners on first and second. Nobody out. A fan ran on the field yesterday at AT&T Park in the game against the Dodgers. Ran toward Angel Pagan. Looked like he wanted to shake. You'd think that people would get that message. Chop to third. There's one on to first. And it throws Davis off the bag. So 1 away. Tyler Austin swings and misses. Cracked to left field. There's a base hit. Kim cuts the ball off. Scoring is Headley, stopping at second Romine. It's an RBI single for Austin, and the Yankees are on the board. It's Orioles 3, Yankees 1. Here's Torreyes. Missed outside. So Romine at second. Austin's at first. For Austin, his 11th run batted in. Three and two. Torreyes thought that was ball. And Torreyes down on. Slow roller up the first base line, but it's a foul ball. Bottom of the fifth, 1 run in. It's 3-1-0s. The 0-2. 1-2. Waiting here, Yankee Stadium, will not be waiting until that game ends.
They need the Giants to lose, and currently the Giants are winning.
Slow roller. Scope flips to second, and they just get the out. And Austin is pointing to the dugout and saying, check this on the replay.
Saying people are going to adjust to you. You need to find ways to make adjustments accordingly and make those to compete. Guys, there's already been a lot of turnover on this roster between trades and call-ups. It could make for a very exciting spring of 2017.
Chris Davis lost one to the warning track. Justice Sheffield, players like that. So I think there is going to be competition. Greg Bird will be back, so he'll be competing.
Competition's a good thing. You have a tendency to get the best out of players.
Ooh, just past a leaping Castro, base hit for Scope.
Bourne's 2 outs. And Buck Show.
And he ends up walking him.
Relies on movement on his pitches to get the ground balls. Get overlooked in the offseason because the radar gun doesn't say nothing.
It comes back just as fast.
That's what I mean, the movement there. Hardy swings thinking he has it squared up, but the ball.
Grounded to third. There's one. Across the diamond. It's a 5-3 double play. So Blyer works a score. Aaron Hicks leads off, and he'll take a first pitch strike. Tiebreaker game or games for the wild card slot. Now they clinch a wild card spot if the Toronto's magic number over Detroit is 3, and Seattle would be eliminated with a loss in the next 2 days. Otherwise, they have to travel to Detroit, the team that won the Central, and play a
in themselves.
Grounded to third. Machado sets and fires. Hang laundry on that. Line drive, a base hit past a lunging Hardy. So a single for Billy Butler.
That's Butler's 10th hit with the Yankees, and Talk about Miley working. And ready to go.
3-1. Grounded to third. Nice play by Machado. Gets to his feet and fires. Not in time. It's an infield single for Refsnyder.
Looked like Manny was relying on that strong arm as he bounces up. And Refsnyder has himself an infield hit. Pushes back up. And Refsnyder's going to beat it out.
Over's last 13. The 1-0. 1-1. The 6. It's 3 1-0s. Line drive down the left field line. It is a base hit. It'll go into the corner. Butler scores. Refsnyder will stop at third. It's an RBI double for Headley. And the Yankees have pulled to within one. So here's Romine. Tying runs at third. Go ahead at second. And the pitch to Romine is a strike from Miley. Big spot right here. The 0-1. 0-2.
Selling out. Good pitches for Miley here.
0-2 count, 2 down. A run in the 6th inning. Romine, a swing and a miss. Miley gets his biggest strikeout of the ball game. That is number 9. Yankees get a run on 3 hits, but they leave 2 in scoring position. Orioles lead is now 1.
First pitch, fly ball center field. Coming in is Hicks. He'll make the play. Wind is game for Yates. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Kim. And a strike. Lead after 2.5. But the Yankees have scored 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. Chopped back to Yates, and he's going to beat Kim to the bag. 2 outs. Machado. And the 1-0. 2-0. You just know that the Blue Jays sitting in that cramped visitors club the Orioles do here against the Yankees. 2-1. And the pitch. 3. And there's a walk to Machado with 2 outs. And it brings up the majors home run leader. Line drive, base hit to right field. Trumbo is 4 for 4. Machado is going to go to third. The throw is... Oh, he overslid the bag. He is out. I think he called him out the first time before he even overslid.
Pen is busy, though.
Tyler Austin takes a strike. One and 2. Gardner. 8, 9, and 1 here in the 7th. Two and 2. And the 2-2. Missed inside. 3 and 2. And the pitch. High fly ball. Right center. Adam Jones back. Track. Wall. Leap. See ya. It's a 3-3 game.
Not miss it.
Torres takes.
A traveling pull.
The ball by quite a bit.
Grounded foul. Line drive, a base hit to left center. Torreyes, his second hit of the afternoon. So the Yankees have the go-ahead runner on. Not bunting, pitch way inside. Roma, to tell you the truth. And then to come out and pitch the 7. Runner goes, and it's a bad throw. As Hardy has come out the back to field, so a stolen base for Torreyes.
That's the second time we've seen Wieters somewhat misfire in this series. Throws that were up and kind of sailing on him. And Torreyes picks up his second stolen base of the year. Torreyes off and running. Well, that's nowhere near the target. The third base with 1 out. Let's see what happens.
Strike to Gardner. Fly ball, left field. Reimold makes the catch, tagging Torreyes. Here's the throw, and it's offline and cut off. So good base running by Torreyes. He knew the ball was not far. Missed outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two and two. Now 3-2. And a walk to Hicks. Over the head of Gibbons. There's one, and there's two. A double play off the bat of Castro.
Teams qualify for the playoffs. As the Red Sox are already in clinching the division. If there's any way you can avoid Britain.
Drilled to right field, going back. Refsnyder on the track. He makes the play. So they tried to transition him to the infield. Here's Chris Davis. That one is lined to right field. Refsnyder's there to make the play. And a strike. And the 1-1. 2-1.
Consecutive start. That's the second longest streak in the league. Alcides Escobar of Kansas City, I believe, is up around 170.
Two. 3-2. Fly ball, shallow right, coming on Refsnyder, and he just tied a record held by many. McCann. Oh, Hyundai scoreboard 3-3, bottom of the 8th. High pop up. Right side. Scope makes the play, 1 away. The Orioles play him straight away. Brock deals outside.
Yankee fan. Ellsbury's 1 for 3 this year off the bench. (3-0) on Ellsbury.
There's a strike. And the 3-1 pitch. He walked him, so a pinch hit. Oh, 0-1. Foul ball. One and one. The 1-1. 2. 3-1.
One of those infielders is going to have to cover second base. Not going.
Grounded past the diving Davis and down the right field line. Ellsbury will go to third. They will hold him there. It's a double for Headley, and the Yankees have runners. Headley is at second. Brock keeps mid. Two and 0. A line drive, a base hit to left field. Ellsbury scores. Here comes Headley. Here's the throw. It's cut off. 2-run score. A 2-run single for Romine. Went through the stop sign. Tyler Austin swings and misses because he immediately points.
With some contact there, so Headley can keep going. He's going to score anyway. So give outs quite often. And Headley's now speaking with Robbie Thompson to tell him exactly what happened on the bases.
With 26 runs batted in. 3-2.
26 runs batted.
And he's got about close to 80 ribbies. Strike 3. Austin down looking. So if the Yankees hold on.
3-0 deficit by scoring in 4 straight innings.
(2-0) Off speed, 2-1. 2-1. The 2-2. 3-2.
Wonder about his availability tomorrow.
Runner goes, and the pitch is low.
See him set up with the split finger grip. He can change that.
There's a strike. The 0-1. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2.
That's a splitter in the dirt.
Foul back to the screen. Still 0-2. The 0-2. Bourne, Hardy, and Jones do up. The 1-2. 2. Line to left field. It is a base hit. Romine will score. Torreyes rounds third. They'll send him. Here's the throw. He is in there. Wieters couldn't handle it. Going to third is Gardner, and the Yankees lead
7-3. 12-hit attack by the Yankees, and the pitch taken away for a.
On Aaron Hicks, 8th Yankee to come to the plate here in the 8th. There's a strike. Hits the outside. Two and 1. It's better pizza. Papa John's, official pizza of the New York Yankees. Non-save situation. 2-2. Ground ball to Scope. And that will do it. But not holding this 7-3 lead. Michael Bourne leads off. Bourne is a runners in at the corners. 1-1. So he showed 2-1. Game of this 3-game set. Penultimate game of the season for the Yanks. 3-1. This is also 3-1. No problem there.
Going back to the game of Boston.
Yep. 3-2. Grounded and off the glove of a diving Austin. And Castro fires over to Betances, but not in time. So they'll let Bourne take second.
He will too.
And there he goes. And the pitch is a strike. Yankees want to get Betances a nice clean outing as he goes into the winter, rather than sitting on the type of outings he's had of late. The 0-1. So 2 breaking balls. Backhanded by McCann, 1-2. Yankees lead. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Hardy chased the pitch out of the zone. And here's Adam Jones. He's 0 for 4 today. And there's a strike. The 0-1. Well, he's throwing hard, and he's throwing more strikes than he has been of late. 0-2.
Yeah, that got a good piece of McCann. You can see Adam Jones. They've got time to work on things in between starts.
Swing and a miss. Jones down on. Miss low. Leads off second with 2 outs. Betances deals. Swing and a miss. Leading 3-9-0. 2 outs, 9th inning. Pitch. Strike 2, 1-2. Final strike. The final out. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him, and the Yankees win.